Pisces, 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 welcome. This is your reading from October 8th to the 21st. And let's just jump right in with the animals. I had them packed away, like in the box in my bedroom, a whole other room, and they called out super hard to me. So before we get started, we are entering eclipse season. So eclipses, we see massive change with that, and it's long standing. Like it will be in this energy into the spring, or working with these cycles that are coming up at this time. I've seen some really exciting stuff coming in with this, with especially the Libra reading. Go and watch that if you're interested. That was definitely a collective reading because the sun and the new moon on the 14th with the solar eclipse are in Libra, which is an interpersonal sign. I'll be totally honest, from what has been coming out in the reading so far, air signs look like they're doing really well with this energy. All the air signs, fire and water, look like they're struggling a little bit more. It might be a bit more challenging, especially water signs. So I'll just be honest there. I don't know what's going to come out for us Pisces. I'm a Pisces. I have 3 planets in the North Node in Pisces. So let's see why the animals calling so hard. I even came inside, like I was outside, just before I came in to do the reading, and when I was outside, it was like the animals, and I was like, oh, weird, okay, I'll pull them out. And then I prepped for the reading. I got stuff ready, and I'd forgotten, and then I had to go into my room for a minute, and it was like, the animals, don't forget the animals. It's like, okay, get the animals. So let's find out why. My little one just woke up, so if I have to move her, I'm sorry. One day I'll have a better space for doing readings, but yeah, we'd make do with what we have, right? So enough rambling. Let's jump in. Why the animals? What animal totems are working with Pisces? Animal totems working with Pisces at this time. I'm feeling 2 more. Oof. Maybe 2 more. Animals. With this energy, though, we're going to be experiencing a timeline shift. But it's going to be grounding in some really positive energies that are going to open up a lot of doors for people. It's exciting. Oh, wow, okay. I saw this so much in the shuffle. Wow. I kind of knew that Pisces' reading was going to be intense today. I saw this so much in the shuffle. I'm super not surprised that this is coming out. Vulture totem, air energy. Vulture energy, it's kind of like an organic energy in the sense of think of what we associate with a vulture. It's like decay, right? But the vulture is resourceful. The vulture makes a life out of that. Like the vulture eats that which other animals will not. It's an intense energy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's an intense energy. So we'll clarify more on vulture. But this to me, I have been getting kind of a theme of people especially with new moon energy, new things are kind of being born out of the old. So, and we're doing this all the time with energetic cycles, but in particular, and I want to say especially for water signs, some of these deep-seated emotions or traumas or patterning are coming up, and through working through them or experiencing them, we're giving rise to the new. And that sounds, now that I actually say it, it sounds like, so like duh, or like blasé or whatever, but I'm feeling it on a deep level. Like things, it's giving rise to completely new energies in the way that we're working through this stuff. And again, like, I know that sounds trite because we're doing that all the time, but we have this resourceful, unique vulture energy. I might read for vulture. I might grab the book and read for this one. We have oyster. This is all about inner beauty, inner self-worth, inner magic even, or a deep calling. When I get the whale card, to me, like, that's deep water energy, right? Deep within our soul. I think of whale as the call that they make in the ocean. It's my deep call of the soul card. They can hear each other for miles, right? We also have crow. Oh, and bear. I love when this happens in the readings, because what was I just talking about? There's this very deeply emotional or personal or on a soul level work going on, right? And the vulture's picking away at these old parts of ourselves or these old energies and sustaining life, or propagating, I want to say, life from that. And then it's funny, I have to stop saying that. I noticed in the Scorpio reading, I said, it's funny, like, even when it wasn't funny, it was just, to me, the cards are like, oh, that's ironic or whatever. So my apologies if I say it like 4 times. The bear is the first card in this deck. The bear is awakening from a slumber. It is quite a spiritual totem. It's like being on the precipice of perhaps an awakening or a new journey, but the bear stumbles out of its cave in the springtime, kind of fresh, looking for, it's the start of a journey, yes, but it's kind of a card about kind of perspective, like, I'm not quite sure how to word that, but think again like this very deep soul energy that we're working through in these traumas or these energetic patternings. The vulture, like we just talked about, picking away at that decay, giving rise to the bear, right? The bear's coming out in springtime. And that's funny, that's so fitting for this eclipse season, because it will be in this energy for like until the spring, right? I love this. And then crow, a harbinger of truth, right? I love that. Also, I've been mentioning in the readings something about Leo season is important. Important in this time period. It's integral to this shift that we're having. I'm not sure what. I just know that it is. For most of us, we could probably look back to the end of July through the first 3 weeks of August, or any Leo moon cycles as well that just came in. When we want to look at cycles that are important to this process. But yeah, I love this. So let's look at the oyster and the whale. As far as I'm concerned, this is one energy. And another thing I want to point out about this eclipse is, especially in the Libra reading where I first channeled this message, we are grounding that grounded bear. It's earth energy. We are grounding the higher frequency energies that are coming in and expanding at this time. Really grounding that. A perfect card for this. So let's look. Sorry about the noise, guys. Let's look at whale and oyster. The oyster is within you, right? Think a pearl. Inside the oyster, Sorry guys, that's really distracting. I hope it's not too annoying for you guys. Oyster and whale for Pisces, please. Messenger of water. This reading might be a bit hard to tangibly put into words, but I'll try my best. With this energy coming in with this Libra energy in this eclipse season, it is, when I say like grounding awareness of new opportunities, possibilities, or ways of being, that goes hand in hand with like our calling, our soul, our purpose. Show me oyster and whale, please. Oyster and whale. The Six of Wands. Nice. And the Two of Wands. Yeah, the Two of Wands. Two wands, two paths. Kind of breaking away from the old there. There's that very grounded earth energy. And then the refreshing aspect of the vulture. From whale and oyster emerges the youthful, the Page of Water, the inner water child, grounding that. I love that. Ace of Pentacles, stag spirit, very, and I did see elk when we were shuffling. Elk is very connected to the earth, but also to spirit. Divine masculine energy. And there's that Leo energy underneath with yours. Hangman and strength. Leo and Pisces. There you are again with this Leo energy. Something about Leo energy is aiding in this process for sure. I'm just going to move my baby to her chair so she can be a little more chill and sit with us. So just give me 1 second, Pisces. Hey guys, sorry about that. So these are very deep rooted energies, right? Like, even look at the Hangman in the Good Tarot. Like, that's like deep within. I think so. Okay, message for collective Pisces. Pisces is like a very intuitive, ethereal sign, right? On the whole, collective consciousness wise, Pisces is all zodiac, right? It's connected to spirit, like Pisces tends to be a very intuitive, spiritual or psychic energy, right? This is a new awareness and grounding a new awareness of our abilities, our gifts. Pisces collective is coming into a new, not coming home, I guess you could say that for some of us, but it's deepening and also refreshing at the same time. Like, if we understood our connection to spirit or Gaia or spirituality or energy, that's what Pisces evolution through this energy looks like, is understanding it in a new way and grounding that. That's really nice. There is an energy here of kind of paving the way through this as well. Queen of Fire, that's kind of a paving the way energy as leaders, in a sense as well. Will be helping to pioneer this energy, and ground it like the bear, right? Lead by example, or show the path, or just live in this understanding, this new understanding of energy of the universe, and just walking with that. This is interesting for me because we have the heart chakra there. That was super key message in Gemini, and I just 444 when I looked down. Super key message in the Gemini and Libra readings about the heart chakra. Grounding this energy. This reading is intense. I like it a lot. Seven of Cups. There are those possibilities. Yeah, the Eight of Swords, that which were previously unknown to us. It's just a stage of our spiritual collective evolution of consciousness. Hi. Hi, you. She's teething. Sorry, guys. She's got her little teether toy. She's upset. But she's literally looking in the clamshell. It's hard to see. She's literally looking in the clamshell there. Or the oyster. That's a clam, but oyster. Right? At all the new possibilities that are coming. Things which were previously unseen to us. This is a really big time. I could rant forever about this card, about a dream that I had exactly like this years ago now. So we seem to be entering a huge shift right now. This is awesome. I love that. And it's funny because in this card right here, that this is the card of like being blocked or like illusioned, right? The Eight of Swords. She can't see through those clouds there. This to me is that energy coming down, being the living example of it. Like the Six of Wands is typically like a victor riding home from battle. They're like adorned, right? This is more fantastical than that. But this to me is about grounding that, walking that energy like the bear. And also being conduits, and I'm not saying this is just Pisces, this is just Libra that are, you know, conduiting, that's not a word, being conduits for this energy. Pisces energy is just involved here, but this looks like walking the way of it, just like, you know, in the Six of Wands. They're in the clouds, but that is a ship, and it's going to touch down, right? It's that energy coming down. And getting rooted and then walking it. Really cool. I just want to, for the Seven of Wands, magical things, new possibilities, previously unknown for sure. I just want to point out that I was looking at this King of Pentacles and the Tower. That on his face looks like mushroom growths. I don't know if some of you work with mushrooms, but some of you could have spiritual awakenings through the use of mushrooms. You could work with mushroom spirit. I just had to point that out because I'm like, oh, there's actually a mushroom on top of his head. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, mushroom spirit is here as well, which is neat. I like that a lot. Interesting. Crow. Anything for Crow to end the reading? Anything for Crow. And I mean Pisces energy is like an archetype of energy. Again, I don't want to be like, oh, Pisces is like understanding the universe on a deeper level than everyone else. That's not it. It's just as an archetype of that spiritual holding within the zodiac as the last sign, encompassing all the other signs. It's just a collective message about all energies. And this is more of what we're going to see expressed through everyone as we go through this shift. Crow. Anything about Crow to end the reading? The Nine of Cups. That's funny. I knew World was going to show. Wow, this is a nostalgic energy, and there's the Emperor there, and the Empress together, masculine and feminine energy. That Leo energy. And the Eight of Cups. This is kind of turning out to be too big of a message for this reading, but like with this Leo energy that's coming in, it does feel like there is a play on the Aries Libra axis heading into this energy, because we had an Aries full moon on the 29th, coming out of Virgo season, just saying, on the 29th, and the axis of Aries and Libra are the individual and the individuals, right? Myself, my individual self, or including other people, right? That's the scale of axis of that. It's like your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others. That's that axis. With this axis of, and also Mars and Venus, so Aries, Libra. With this Leo energy, Aquarius and Leo have a very similar axis, because Leo is also like a very self-centric kind of sign. They're very bold. They're individualistic as well, just like Aries. But in it's, how to say this, like when we look at Aquarius, it's also the humanitarian sign as well. So there's a very similar quality to those two axes, where Leo is the self as well. You know, like Leo is the sun, right? Leo is the leader of the people, right? In a sense. So it is kind of self-directed as well, but it's more of like a leadership axis. Sorry, hopefully I'm not rambling, but it's, you know, Aquarius is the humanitarian, but on a grander scale, on more of a cosmic scale, just before we hit Pisces, right? So that may have something to do with why this Leo energy is so present, because it's working on a very similar axis. Or we could be talking about Leo season. Like I said, I'm not quite sure why that's so integral here. But the masculine, the feminine, Emperor and Empress, and there's that Leo energy again, coming out with this lion, and then also Cheetah, which is the solar masculine in this deck. So very, very interesting. That's just my opinion. That's just my thoughts on this all. But look at how dreamy. Look how dreamy. So many possibilities. Wishes come true. Like, this is awesome energy. Just all the water. This to me is very interesting as well, because this is specifically in this card, a card of nostalgia, of things that were. Exact same energy of looking down from above, not able, the water's murky, can't see through the clouds, right? This vulture energy comes in, and then we're grounding this new perspective rising out of the water on opportunities. Leaders will be born out of this, but this energy that's coming through the heart chakra and expanding and touching other people and getting grounded is really awesome as well. It's just, with this, we had these three come out together, and that's the world, the end, and then the Ace of Swords, understanding and clarity about things, the world, literally what it sounds like, but things that have come full circle within that understanding of the past ways of processing our spiritual understandings, how we relate to other people. Even she's clutching her heart, right? She's actually clutching her solar plexus. So is the Empress here, which that's very interesting. Clutching the solar plexus there. Rising up into the heart chakra. Very nice. Very, very nice. And then that's Crow, right? Just living that truth there, walking the way of the bear. So I'm going to leave it at that, Pisces. Very intense. I hope it wasn't too rambly. Messages like that are like really, really, really hard to put into words. So I hope it wasn't too convoluted. one last thing to point out before we go. We do have the Eight of Cups. They have a chest full of pearls there. Just saying. They're privy to it. The chest is open, right? New possibilities, expansion and evolution. I like it a lot. So, Pisces, I wish you guys all the best. This is not a personal message, really. If you're involved with grid work, energy work, or you work with like downloads or any of that stuff, like, you know, you're a light worker, you could say, or you're involved with, I don't want to say monitoring energies like this, but aiding in grounding them, or you're just aware that you do energy work like that, then yes, this is a personal message for everyone in a way, because that's just what we're doing, because it's coming through our chakras and coming out through the heart, right?